You talk with this guy, Adam, war chief.
Yeah.
His war apparently is between him and his own testicles, right? And his balls are losing, but so is he. But I think that he is a really interestingly, I didn't think at first he was like this, but he's almost a dead ringer for fucking Ruby, babbling endlessly about how he's the victim of behaviors that he freely engaged in that became addictive.
Yeah.
Endlessly. He sat there with Lalo going through every single drug he's ever done.
True.
And
they really like that stuff.
And no one else finds any of that interesting, right? It's like, is there any more boring conversation? Is there any worse person to be sitting next to on an airplane? And I'll say this to anyone, than someone who's like within 5 minutes tells you that he's struggling with alcoholism, that he goes to AA. That's when you just want to take out. That's when you wish that you got through TSA with a pistol so you could end yourself, right? It's the worst because it's kind of like a social, right? It's like a social, like they've got you. You have to say like, that sounds terrible, or good job. And you want to say, you are such a fucking loser. Die. No one wants to hear about it. But those two would wanted to hear about it endlessly. And if this kid starts doing that shit, I think I'm going to lose it. And especially, he's planning to do this. I'm sober, but I might relapse. And guess what? Guess what? When he relapses, guess who he's going to blame for it? Himself? No. He's going to blame me. And I ain't going to be sticking around for that bullshit. I'm not into that at all. That's what this fucking pimple Ava tried. That's what Ruby tried. That's what all these losers try. I'm super generous with them. Grace is super generous with them. We feed them. We give them places to stay, interesting experiences, and clout. And what do? Claim to be fucking victims. I'm sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the general would never fucking do that. It might go well, might go poorly, but he's not going to say I'm a victim of Ben Thorp and her dad.
Yeah, true.
And that's rare.
Yeah.
But this guy, I don't know. Kev Dog, I know you've had some issues with. But
who, Hormaxers had issues with him?
Yeah. But
Kevin. Stuff with Kevin.
I don't think Kevin's not going to do that either.
No.
Everyone warned him. Oh, they're monsters. And certainly Kevin's a guy that, like, you can pick on if you wanted to be an asshole, but he's also a great guy. So,
yeah.
Ask him if he feels like, because why would he be coming out with us again if he felt like we were such monsters? We never really said anything negative about Kevin. You know why? Because he fucking behaved himself.
Yeah.
And for all the bullshit, lies, degeneracy about Hormaxer, and there are things he does that I, wouldn't do, but I'm sure he acts like a gentleman all the way through. He talks shit, but in the end, I think he has social skills, unlike these other pigs.
My favorite part of the Hormaxer and Ava and Ruby meetup was when when Ruby had like a piece of food stuck in her fake eyelash, and he just couldn't get over it. And then he got back and he was like,
it was like a crouton or something, right?
He's like, Rudy had a fucking crouton in her eyelash the whole time, and I can't get over it. How do you have a crouton in your eyelash?
Your mother used to, remember, she would get her hair caught in her eyelash, and you'd see the hair moving, and she blinked like a freak, like 80 times a minute.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's like, it's because like they're signaling to you like they're out of it. That's why I call her Rubik's Space Cadet, because she's out of it. She's zonked.
Yeah.
There's no way the brain synapses are going to reconnect after all the frying of her brain she's done. And I don't see that as something to be sympathetic towards. You fried your fucking brain for no reason.
Yeah.
Lynx, on the other hand, her mother fried her fucking brain.
True.
I have sympathy. I want to help her to not make stupid decisions. Rubeck Space Cadet, no. Ava Berry, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And all the rest of these Darius losers and all the rest of them, fuck them. So we'll see. It'll be interesting tomorrow how it goes because
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I'm kind of tired of it. I'm tired of you being a mommy to men who are older than you.
Yeah,
I'm tired of me being like the dad that they take everything out on as I pay all the fucking bills because they're overprivileged and overpampered.
Right.
I think the idea that you're meeting up with the Thorpes, you're collabing, is a big fucking vacation for you. That time is over.
True.
I'm here for the fucking audience, not for you and your needs and your emotions and your little baby, cry baby, whatever it is, however your parents abused you. I'm here to tell you, like, that's not what this is about.
True.
So, cry me a fucking river.
Yeah, that sucks. Loser Brando says dub. Thank you, Loser Brando.
Yeah, Grace is an extension of Ben. Anyone who's been watching for more than a few months or has watched the Shamu.
Oh, yes, Ava. The all-wise radio foreman. Imagine being like, yes, radio foreman, your analysis is correct. If radio
Grace
foreman,
is an extension of men.
If radio foreman...
plus, I'm a feminist who thinks that women have their own minds. But, like, I don't ever have to put that together.
If Radio Foreman is talking about anything other than not getting laid for 8 years straight, he's talking out of his ass. I remember this fucking guy. I was at his place, and he's like, he's got a comedy show on the TV, and he's like, hey, you should watch this with me. It's really funny. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, this is about to be one of those things. So I'm like, hey, do you have any food? So I like try to like busy myself making some kind of like mini bagels with cream cheese. And finally, I'm like, all right, I don't have any more food to make. I bring the bagels over, and I sit on his couch, and we're watching this fucking horrendous. It was like a Shakespeare comedy routine. He's like, dude, this is fucking lit. And I just have to sit there and fake laugh. I mean, it was the
right, because it's
worst.
just you and him. You can't look at over at another guy and go like, oh my God, save me, right?
Right.
It's terrible.
It was awful. And his fucking sketchy dog is like, in the back. It sucked.
The Shamu documentary, anything.
Trapped.
And he wonders why he doesn't get laid.
It was so bad.
Like that. She does all Ben's bidding. She is the Grinchman. The cop actually stayed pretty neutral for once. Yeah.
You suck, Jeremy. Jeremy's been messaging me, by the way, for the past hour straight. Nah, go ahead and seduce some weirdos in New York for clout. He's calling right now. Should we answer his call?
You're welcome to. I don't care.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hey, what's up? You can't expect me not to call in after that. Come on.
Okay.
I'm always amazed you call in because you have nothing to say ever.
Well, I think what was it? Somebody said 44 minutes behind or something. You talking a bunch of shit. First off, my sister thought that I was babysitting. Secondly, I was chilling. I was smoking weed on the couch. You were trying to put together content, being all weird. I wasn't into it. You should have picked up on that.
Right, but she's a streamer, and she wanted to
she
stream.
agreed not to stream while she was at my place, right? That was the deal.
No. I streamed at your
She was
place
gonna come over and
many
hang out,
times.
right? No, Ben told me that Grace is all fucked up from Darius.
She's supposed to fucking care about you and your
Whatever,
emotional
dude. Yeah, you
needs.
turned it into a content.
That's what you
like
see it
yell
as?
at
I
her.
never said I wasn't going to
You
stream
have
at
a
your
woman
place.
over who's a
Grace,
streamer,
you
and
gotta
it's
get
all
your
about
facts
your
straight. If you're
fucking
gonna-
needs.
If you're gonna slander me, just get your facts straight.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I should have read the room. What about when you walked into my
You were
room and
fucking-
asked if you
you
could
were
hop
so
into bed
awkward.
with me?
She did. She
You
read
had
the
to watch a
room.
movie.
She got
You
some
said-
pair of
you
scissors.
said, "I
She
have a
jumped out
migraine,
the
just let
fucking
me get
window,
over for 2
and she'll
hours.
never see
I have
you
a
again.
migraine,
She
I
read
just
the
need to get
fucking
over it for
room.
2 hours, and
The
then we can watch a
room
movie."
sucked.
Oh, whatever. That's not what she said.
It wasn't even a room. It didn't even have doors, just sheets
Whatever.
hanging off
Come
the
on,
walls.
Grace. Give me a fucking break. You know you're lying. You know you're fucking lying. Give me a
So,
fucking break.
what are these texts from you supposed to mean? Hold on, let me read them.
You're fucking evil.
Okay, wait,
This
hold
whole Courtney
on.
thing
Let
is
me
fucking
read them.
evil. The way you tried to
Okay, you
normalize
said,
Joe the other day
okay,
was fucking
no,
evil.
let me read it. So you said at 7:33 p.m. Nah, go ahead and
Yes.
seduce some
Read it.
weirdos in New York for clout.
Which is
Dash.
exactly what you're
And then
doing.
make a stop by my place if you got time. You're an idiot. You actually thought you could get a bag out of me. Ah ha ha. Kill yourself. Tell Ben he's an F slur. Nice try. You're evil. Can I call in?
You are evil.
Can I call in?
I stand by everything I said there. We can go over it line by line if you want.
Oh
But
no,
honestly, I mean,
save
you
it for the Doubleday
You guys are
edition.
just gonna go around the country and try to like scam guys out of their inheritances or what?
We're streamers and you're a streamer. How are
That's
we
not a
doing?
legal
How are
excuse,
you
dude.
doing?
In the court of law, they're gonna be like, yeah, these people are complete sociopaths.
What is your average viewership?
You can't play that card in court, dude.
Hey, Jeremy, you know the last time... Hold on, Jeremy.
No one's talking about court.
Jeremy, you know the last time I tried to help you, I rated your stream. Do you remember what happened? Wait, hold on. Do you remember what happened when I rated your stream?
You're a complete fucking... Well, actually, that was helpful. You did give me like 50 viewers. That was nice.
No, I gave you like 150, and I rated your stream. And so the first thing you did was you decided you should turn your camera on because you had more viewers. But your Wi-Fi was so bad that your entire stream froze. Then you said the trans slur and like 5 hard R's and like 100 people left with just the audio.
And the fact that
They read the room, and the room sucked.
And it went.
Helping me out with the joke. You guys don't get this whole YouTube game.
Why didn't she
tell? Hand is everywhere.
Why didn't you tell them to read the room and like meet your emotional needs?
Because I was there to chill. I was chilling on the couch watching TV, smoking weed, and she wanted to like have a conversation about comedy, and it was super awkward. And it was like, okay, Ben just told me that you just need to rest and give you space. So it's like, all right, I'm just gonna chill and smoke some weed and watch TV. Apparently, she's not comfortable with me hanging out inside the same house as her, or
no,
she's so uncomfortable.
No, my point was the comedy you showed.
Let's get it away from Grace. Why are no females interested ever in having? Why are mute him? Why are no females ever interested in having sex with you? Why?
Because you got sent up by Ben to get a bag out of me, and you didn't, and you failed, and now you need an excuse why you came back.
A bag? You live in a shed. What kind of bag is she gonna get?
A body bag, baby. But I would be the one in the body bag. So.
That was funny. Yeah, that was good.
Nobody thinks you're wealthy, Jeremy. You work in your brother's food truck. Poorly.
Oh, come on. I'm a dragon with hidden treasures. You know that.
Well, tell Grace's mother about them. She believes that people have gold with no evidence.
She's ever gonna get is that unsolicited dick pic. Courtney's not getting anything else from me.
Somebody's challenging you to a debate. It's been great, Jeremy. I'll talk to you later.
Good luck with that pussy that you're never gonna get.